Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be watching a video by Business Insider on how Goodwill pretty much works, what they do with the donations, how they turn it to revenue. I'm really excited to learn something from this because if you watched our previous video about Equinox, we didn't learn much. This might be a longer one, so strap in, but let's see how, Goodwill works. Let me know if you guys have been to Goodwill. I personally have. I used to go there a lot for like thrifting, but I don't really do that much anymore because, people just went in and took the fun out of it pretty much.
Goodwill Industries takes in over 120 million donations every single year.
Goodwill Industries takes 120 million donations per year. I am wondering if that is like individual people donating it or like items, because now it's definitely individual people. There'd be so many items. It's more than 120 million items, right? People take in those bags full of clothing to donate to Goodwill. So obviously, I answered my own question.
Decades, resellers have combed through stores just like this one to find treasures that they can flip online.
Yes, that is one of the main reasons why I stopped thrifting. Is people were going in, and I don't want to say taking the good stuff, but like, I was just like, dang, everyone's here just for reselling. I feel dirty here now because everyone's staring at me like I'm the fucking problem. When I was just coming to get some clothes, because I was broke. But Goodwill's amazing. I think donating clothes is really good, obviously because of all the fast fashion and people just throwing away and all the big wastes is very sad, and you can find really high quality items at Goodwill. There's no shame in your game.
Jacket I found is a 1972 NBA Finals game-worn warm-up jacket. It's valued at
$150 to $250,000 found at a Goodwill, and that's assuming it's real, right?
to $250,000.
It's like Black Friday every day. Everybody just trying to get in there.
Yeah, I can imagine. Just going through. I also really like thrifted stuff because it all has a story on how I ended up there, and I love trying to figure out who would have bought and why, And now actually a lot of apps like Vinted and Depop are kind of taking the going there out of it, because you can just get it there and they'll give you in-store, like on the app credit, so you can just use that money to buy items on the app and sell items on the app. It's really an interesting motto.
Booming resale economy is helping more Americans turn secondhand finds into full-time businesses.
See, look, that looks like a high-end thrift store. I have some in my area and I find them pretty ridiculous personally.
Okay, so this is the morning rush. There's not that many people here, but you see how people are hustling. Let's go.
But now, big scores are getting harder to find.
Yeah.
That's because Goodwill has gotten...
Yeah, of course good things are gonna be hard to find. It only makes sense, especially if I'm assuming what he's gonna say is Goodwill is starting to learn and selling them themselves.
smarter about how they pull valuable items out of their donation stream.
To be honest, we try to cut out the reseller.
See, and honestly, I completely support this. I think Goodwill is doing such an amazing thing for people to afford clothing who need it. And people coming in trying to make a profit off of these donations is icky. And if anyone should be making a profit off this, it should be Goodwill, because they're the ones trying to make a difference with more money. They can afford to even themselves donate more clothing or whatever.
As much as possible.
We got behind-the-scenes access to see how Goodwill sorts and sells millions of items every year, and to find out how resellers are still making a profit from other people's junk.
Calling it other people's junk is kind of mean, but you know what they say. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
This is where the real bargain hunters line up. About 80% of the people at this outlet are resellers.
80% of the people there are resellers. That is absolutely diabolical. Unbelievable.
Looking for low-priced items they can flip. A lot of outlets wheel out giant...
But more than anything, whether it's, you know, people's greed or people doing anything to make enough money to reach ends meet. But I doubt most of these people are doing that, you know?
Bins. But Goodwill told us employees sometimes get hurt moving them.
What?
So this location recently upgraded to a conveyor belt system, which also helps speed up the rotation of inventory.
Do you like the belts or the bins better?
I like the atmosphere here better. But
That's really cool. Adding conveyor belts, it makes a lot of sense, actually. Just keep it moving. Obviously, people don't want these. Let's just get the new stuff coming and constantly recycling through things.
I feel like the belts don't have the same amount of stuff as the bins. And the belts break down quite a bit.
Basically, the shoe line, they come out as singles, and it's your job to find the match, right? Like some of them are tied together, but a lot of them, it's just like, find the other shoe. So you grab as much as you can, and then you try to grab another one and match them later. That's the strategy?
Yes.
One of the things that happens is once
She
you
did
fill
not want to be on camera. You could tell by the fact she had her back turned to him.
up a cart and you put a sheet over it, that's like, don't touch it. I think if you touched that and someone caught you, you'd probably get in a fight here. He's taking a picture of this doll, vintage duck house heirloom doll.
Is he using Apple AI? Oh, you could, that's smart actually. You could use like chat and Claude, be like, hey, what is this? What's it worth?
So just to recap that, Robert looked it up on Google Lens and it gave him a price of $15 to $40. What did that take? 15 seconds? Not even, 10 seconds.
At the Goodwill outlets, you can always expect surprises.
This is actually
I didn't know you can send frying pans to Goodwill actually.
nice nonstick pan, but like,
Oh, never mind.
I'm gonna barf. What's the weirdest thing you ever found at the bins?
I mean, I have a picture of it. I found it last week if you want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see that. We're gonna have to blur this.
Oh my, that's probably a sex toy. Or something weird.
Out. You're gonna have to use your imagination, but yeah. Okay.
What?
All right.
Imagine seeing your mother pick that up.
What is wrong with these people?
But more people than ever are willing to roll up their sleeves for bargains. Over half of American consumers shop secondhand. In
That makes a lot of
2025.
sense.
And the market for used clothing is growing 15 times faster.
Once again, yeah, of course. There's, like I said, Depop, Vinted, and all these other, even, those aren't even anything new, you know? You could have always gone to different websites online to find these things. I suppose it's just more mainstream now.
Retail.
All right, so I'm glad there's carts because sometimes whenever you come, there's no carts.
And look, she's wearing gloves, so does that mean they don't wash these clothing? I always washed it after I got it just out of precaution. But I wonder what she's grabbed before that makes her want to bring gloves.
So if my job had a uniform, it would be an IKEA bag and gloves.
St. Louis-based Hannah Valentine told us that sourcing vintage clothes earns her more than $80,000 a year.
And yeah, that makes sense, honestly. People are always willing to buy things. There's like some expensive pieces I bought just because I really wanted it.
So cute. Something that I'm really proud of is that I was able to get through school and get a bachelor's degree just on reselling, and I took out no student loans.
That's amazing for her. Shout out her, you know, trying to find a way around it without having to go into probably immense amounts of debt.
And what I love about the Goodwill outlet is that I don't pay per piece, I pay per pound.
I didn't know that. Whoa, you pay per pound? Maybe I wasn't going to the outlets then. I was going to like a store. I must be thrifting wrong.
So when I go and check out, we literally just roll the cart onto a scale and they charge me per pound, which is so fun.
How much is
Every
it?
cart she rolls onto the
$17 per pound? Oh my goodness.
scale could become hundreds of dollars in profits.
So I grabbed about 20 vintage pieces for only $17, and I'm gonna price them at about $15 to $20 each, so that's gonna give me about $300 to $400 in profits.
This is crazy, guys. I had no idea about any of this. Whoa, what? I am learning so much.
Just on this little bag that I grabbed at the bins. So I love my job.
Hannah prefers to resell clothes offline at vintage markets, or she crafts them into something new. But other resellers told us the way that Goodwill filters donations is starting to hurt their business.
It has become a lot harder to kind of find
more of those popular name brands.
I could imagine. Like I said, Goodwill should be making the most money out of any of these people because they're the ones handling everything and getting people the clothing they need. And they donate a bunch. You're just trying to make a profit. It's like that lady said, $300 in profit for 17 bucks. Come on.
Than it used to be.
How long you been in the business for?
20 years.
So how has the business changed over that time?
Don't make any money anymore.
Whoa, 20 years and you don't make any money anymore? That's crazy. I mean, at the same time, I don't think you should. I think you should have a job still, like regardless of whatever. You know? Like, it's okay, bro. You can get a real job and do this. You just need to go once a week, probably, because you have so much clothes you have to sell. Don't be hoarding.
We don't get the choice that we used to have. Used to find all kinds of good stuff, jewelry, ball card collections. Now they sort it all, sell it online.
So what's actually happening at Goodwill? To find out, we went to where every donation starts, the back of a retail store. This drive-through can handle more than 100 drop-offs a day.
We take just about everything, but we prefer not to get like
President and CEO of Goodwill of Central and Southern Indiana. So there's CEOs per region or per state? I didn't know that's the way they did it. I'm pretty sure they're a nonprofit, but that's an interesting way to frame what his position is.
an old mattress.
Then the sorting begins.
Anything dangerous?
Oh yeah, we have a fellow has to come in once a month that takes guns and knives. I mean, we've had several different things like that.
Mainly everything's $4.99.
I wouldn't trust a gun that was donated to Goodwill. That gun's probably got like a murder.
Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, everything like that gets uppriced.
For most of Goodwill's history, the stuff you dropped off would get cleaned, priced, and put out on the retail floor. But now, workers look items up online and cherry pick the ones they know will fetch top dollar at online auctions.
They have this little station here in the back of the retail store. It's organized into bins, and you've got a guy on a computer over here listing it directly to shopgoodwill.com.
Oh, shopgoodwill.com. I didn't know that. I'll probably check that out later. I honestly thought they were just posting it on like Facebook Marketplace. I'm so dumb sometimes.
Last year we had a 26% increase in e-commerce sales, which we're really grateful for and proud of.
On its website, you can now find rare collectibles.
This one is signed by Matt Growing.
Jewelry.
This is our thermoscientific tester. So we just go ahead and take the item and then we just place it right on there.
And watches.
Just in the past year, we sold a $20,000 Rolex.
And work.
Damn, someone donated a Rolex to Goodwill? That's honestly kind of badass person, if you ask me. I respect that. That's really cool.
Workers now have AI tools that make them more than twice as fast at listing items.
The AI generates a title and description based on the photos that we take. And the AI is also going to generate the shipping dimensions for us based on the dimensions of the item.
That's really interesting. I mean, of course, like the iPhones have the measuring app, but I really wonder how accurate it is and what AI are they using? That's another thing I would love to know.
Merchandise only stays in a retail location like this one for about 4 or 5 weeks. After that, it's headed over to the outlet. Where I'm standing right now are piles of what they call gaylords. Each one of them
They call what?
has items and material that came from retail stores and didn't sell. And this place alone handles 10,000 of them every year. This is just a sliver of the amount of stuff that people donate every year. This is a box of like books and DVDs. Where is this stuff gonna go?
We sell them too.
Yeah.
Like the way we sell the plastic and the textiles, we also sell them by the gaylord, but they also go on the belts.
Forklift operators tip the contents of Gaylord's on the conveyor belt all day. And workers have just a few seconds to scan each load for dangerous items or things that might sell online.
I'm in the back area of where they're pulling stuff for.
They must be, I wonder what kind of training they got for them. Be like, hey, Gucci, Louis, Prada, Dior, you know, Saint Laurent, all that stuff. Holy moly. Imagine just finding some Loro Piana in there. Like, sick.
E-commerce, and I'm just gonna read to you some of the categories that are here.
Some Brunello
Newborn baby
Cucciolini.
dolls. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh.
A little creepy. Pokemon has its own bin, which makes sense. Paw Patrol, mini brands, Polly Pocket, Calico Critters. Hot Wheels has its own bins. One thing that people have been pointing out online is that Carhartt is very popular, and we've got some Carhartt hats.
Carhartt's great. I mean, of course, if you bought it, you know, that thing is durable, they're comfortable. I love how heavy everything feels about it.
Here, and some Carhartt jackets.
Goodwill's thrifting operation shows no signs of slowing down.
They're the biggest player in North American thrift. In fact, they're probably the biggest player in the world.
The nonprofit had a record year in 2025, closing with nearly $7 billion in revenue.
People are coming
It's
in
really
droves,
good.
and we greatly appreciate that.
And last year,
So 7 billion. See, so that means there's like one super big Goodwill and all these little Goodwills. I mean, it's just like any kind of large chain.
Goodwill's online store did $450 million in revenue.
That's really good.
So as big scores dwindle,
And you gotta remember, this is like all, I don't want to say it's all profit, but like it's free stuff. Their expense is just the labor.
many resellers like Baltimore-based Maggie Weber have shifted to live selling.
I love it. Because
Live selling like in China when they have like the clothes and they throw it in another one and then they throw it and then they get makeup and all these perfumes and whatnot. Have you guys seen those videos? I think they're really funny and they make a lot of money. They make millions of dollars, and then you got these Chinese delivery drivers come and bring in their DoorDash, and then the cycle continues because they're watching these girls do that. I've also seen videos of like girls lined up on streets doing exactly what she does.
for me, it's a hangout. There are people who will come to my shows, which can last 4 to 6 hours sometimes, and people just hang out with me.
She's just a
Whatnot
streamer.
started as a community for Funko Pop collectors, but quickly attracted millions of users, half of whom now sell used goods.
Hello everyone, how's it going?
What do we do? Why are we not selling things? What should we even start with?
Is that the garage? And they're on Whatnot. Interesting.
Let's do panda lamp, and you get two things. You get this cute little panda, it's a silicone light up lamp.
Give both of these $2, 15 seconds.
Josh Varnell from South Carolina is one of the platform's top sellers.
We'll probably sell between 300 and 400 things today. 50 things an hour if we talk a lot.
You know, eBay.
Could you guys do that? I don't want to say I couldn't. I think I could just sit there all day like shilling. Buy. I'll give you this paper and my AirPods for $10. Buy it right now. You know? Oh. But that just seems like a living hell for me personally. I could not be doing that. Maybe you guys can, if you can, you know, shout out you for that. I cannot.
It was kind of a grind, like taking photos of hundreds of items a week and storing them and dealing with customer service and returns.
Yeah.
Just got old pretty quickly. I came around and we were able to sell the same amount of items, but super quickly, like in 10, 15 seconds instead of.
Also, who is buying this stuff personally? Like, who is sitting on these live streams? It's what I also need to know, because I've never bought anything off a live stream. Maybe that's why I don't watch enough or I don't get the whole thing. But I need to understand who is buying this stuff. Like, is it kids? Is it adults? Like, and I don't know. I have so many questions.
Months for sometimes the same amount of money or even more.
Just like the resellers I met in Indianapolis, Josh sources most of his items from Goodwill.
An iRobot?
Full buggy from one store. We bought everything. Good luck. Got a KitchenAid ice cream scoop, and I got this Minion. Not too bad, again, for a day where we're just kind of picking through everybody's leftovers.
For the flippers, they have tons of stuff that's sitting.
Whoa. Gary V cameo. What the hell? I wasn't expecting him. Let's see what he's got to say.
And sell on eBay. A lot of that stuff will sell in one show on Whatnot.
Gary Vaynerchuk is an entrepreneur, investor, and media personality. But before all that, he was a reseller.
The way that people dream.
I didn't know that about Gary Vee. I know he's an avid collector of anything. He also loves to, scam his fans with the crypto projects, but that's not here or there. Let's focus on what he does.
Of Saturday, waking up and going golfing is the way I feel about going to a town-wide garage sale. How much are cars?
Back when Gary got started as a teenager, it was way harder to make money off reselling.
I had to wait 2 weeks to go to a flea market and resell it. Antiquated, no speed, no volume.
Then the internet helped people take resale global.
1.0 was the antiquated garage sale.
Maybe I don't understand how much money he makes off of this, but I feel like Gary Vee is way too rich to be doing this, right? Like, the time and effort it takes to do this, and I'm sure he has a team that handles it for him, he could be doing something else, something way more productive for his companies that can make him way more money than trying to sell Hot Wheels on eBay.
Yard sale. Flipping 2.0 is also what I grew up with, given my age. The Web 1.0 world. eBay, Craigslist.
Now, Gary says we're about to enter a new era of flipping.
I would say I'm very bullish on live shopping.
And Gary may have called this one.
Maybe he's invested in whatnot, that's why he's such a big show.
Here he is in 2015.
I'm gonna make a prediction here. In the next, and I don't like doing predictions, I always say—
That was Gary Vee in 2015? That's crazy. Maybe I haven't paid attention to Gary Vee in a while, but I do not remember him looking like that.
I don't make predictions, I just follow, but I'm gonna make one. I do think that in the next 10 years, somebody's gonna build eBay again.
In 2025, resellers like Josh helped Whatnot surpass $6 billion in sales.
Damn, they're going band for band with Goodwill, $6 billion a year.
It almost as big as Goodwill.
Yeah.
Now, marketplaces like eBay are rolling out new live selling features, betting the format will become a much bigger part of shopping. And there's already a blueprint for what that could look like. China. Where
I told you guys. I'm like, this is oddly, I'm like, did they steal it from China? I wonder.
Shopping has grown into an industry worth more than $1 trillion a year.
Welcome to...
What the fuck? $1 trillion? I'm like, that's $1,000 per person.
You want X27 Park. Follow me, let's have some fun.
In 2023, Business Insider shot inside China's first shopping mall built entirely for live streamers.
What the fuck is this? Whoa. What the what?
Inside, influencers host rapid-fire shopping shows, selling everything from makeup to liquor.
This is insane. This is absolutely insane. You're telling me people... I don't know how to feel about this. This is kind of dystopian. What the fuck, man?
Live streamers sometimes broadcast for hours at a time.
这就是开播的状态。开播前往往会喝一个红牛，再喝一杯。
And of course they have a team of people, but once again, who is buying this shit? That is the thing I need to know. Who are buying these products? And is it the same? Like, what do you do for work? Because come on, dude, are you just sitting at work buying shit? I need to know.
咖啡啊，这样这个人就会更兴奋一点。对，缺点就是可能
I might not be able to sleep afterwards. Is what I'm saying. What in the Truman Show is this shit?
And hard work. What was this streamer's biggest day ever?
最多的时候一天是有
300 million won a day. $44 million? What the fuck? All right, guys. I think I know what we need to do. We're gonna go sell a bunch of crazy bullshit. Whoa, what the? That's
人民币。
这一下子可以看到是有3个我。
And presenters use AI
You're buying from an AI avatar?
avatars to host multiple live streams at once.
This is sickening. Dude, they're ahead of the curve. We are not hustling hard enough. What the fuck?
这个 AI 直播的话，大家可以看到这个界面这块的话是我们输入进去的一个我们的脚本话术，然后这块的话是通过我们当时去做这个的时候，然后会通过我整体的一个形象，然后我不同的这个表情以及我的。
Ferguson, you need to start selling on eBay Live, okay? Look, he sells shit. He needs to make me a $44 million in a day.
整体的这个肢体的语言，然后去录制一些视频。
She's one of our top live streamers. You know, she's gone from being able to do 4 or 5 hours a day to up to 350 hours a day.
What the hell did he just say? 350 hours a day, dude? That's sickening. You're telling me they have like 20 of her at a time selling?
For now, live shopping in America is just a fraction of what it is in China.
Yeah, they have it locked down, but there has to be a reason they have to do this, right? Are there no other opportunities to make money?
Goodwill remains the biggest force in thrifting. So what happens to donated items after they've gotten one last shot at the bins?
There's a couple things that happen after the out.
It says please don't sit on the furniture. Yeah. If you can't sell it, give it away, you just have to throw it away. Which is kind of the whole point of donating things, is so it wouldn't get thrown away, but they'll do it. They'll burn it.
That was a lounge chair. This trailer is filled up with textiles that have already gone through the baler, so the fate of these is uncertain. These will go to a broker who is either going to decide whether it gets shipped to Pakistan or Ghana or somewhere downstream, where it's either going to be resold in a market there, or it's going to be shredded and turned into something else.
That's... I get it, it makes sense. It's kind of disheartening, it's kind of upsetting, but I mean, what are you supposed to do with so much items?
Other brokers make deals to buy the Gaylords of hard goods.
A Gaylord of those CDs, there could be $7,500, $8,000 of revenue. So this is one of our containers. It's just books. Back there we have clothing. We'll take an entire truckload, like 24 pallets of those, if for this price or whatever, and then we can move it, and that's kind of the deals that we're making.
These are...
They must give them cheap then, dude. Like, if it's usually do per pound, they must be doing these for cheap, since it's stuff nobody wants.
Are bundles of hard plastic. They will go to a different vendor once they've already been cycled through this facility. And then you can see over here, even more of the textiles bundled up, going to different places, piles and piles of them.
Some Goodwills have partnered with companies that recycle textiles. And for some resellers, keeping clothes out of landfills is just as important as making money.
Look at all that trash. That's where all our trash goes, right there.
We need everybody in St. Louis, everybody in the United States, everybody in the whole world needs to buy secondhand clothing, because the fashion industry is the second most polluting industry, right next to oil.
For others, the thrill...
The clothing industry is second to oil. That is upsetting. I'm pretty sure, like, the military is gonna be up there.
Of a big flip keeps them in the game.
It was about $7,000 to $8,000 worth of Pokemon cards, and I only paid $100 for it.
Of course he did.
A $50 original iPod that was factory sealed, and that ended up selling for $6,000.
I sell packs of 3 vintage Hanes Whitey Tidies sometimes for $70 or $80 a package.
I know some people say the bins are worse than they used to. And I think that's just because, yes, there are more people, and so you're going to find less really cool items on average. But I still think that there's a lot of high-quality stuff at the bins you can find.
In fact, Quinn Brown landed the biggest score of his life after another shopper passed on it.
I saw some other kid holding up a Lakers jacket that I knew looked good, so I kind of stood next to him, and he ended up throwing it right in front of me.
It turns out this jacket was actually worn by Wilt Chamberlain during...
Damn, you know that guy's spinning right now and seething in anger that he threw that away.
warm-ups for the 1972 NBA Finals. It sold at Sotheby's for $90,000.
That's
I know I can
so
use
much
this
money.
to invest in my future.
So even as Goodwill gets better at spotting valuable donations and more people compete for
Look at
what's
this guy. He has a money counter on there. Diabolical.
left, there's still plenty of money to be made.
The people that say it's getting saturated that are resellers are just ones that deeply don't want competition. They like
There you go. That's actually really good by Gary Vee over here. People who are complaining just don't want the competition. They're probably just lazy. You just gotta work harder. You gotta stay hard, like Goggins says. Come on.
when they went to the Goodwill store and there was a good bunch of stuff, and now they see 10 more people like them. They're like, this stinks. Well, tough
Look, they
shit.
didn't even like themselves. That's absolutely insane.
That's how it works.
Look at that.
Essential Perk shirt. That's a coffee shop that was in Friends. The strategies keep moving, right? Keep moving, but be thorough. It's like a work.
There you go, guys. That's Goodwill's operation. I honestly learned a lot. I am way more interested in what the hell is going on in China, actually. So maybe our next video will be about these Chinese sellers and whatever the hell they're doing. So please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think about all this. This is absolutely insane. So I'm gonna go and do more research. See ya.